Okay, we're on camera. It's forgot already. Hang on.
Sunday morning.
Yeah.
Sunday morning, November 26th, 2023, in a cold Keller, Texas. It was 33 when we got up this morning, getting even colder last night. So, let's play catch up. Two old guys garage, and Lou and Randy are with us today. Okay, we have not got the trunk yet because the guy that we're getting it from is in Florida.
Yeah, he's in
Some sort of a swap
kind of
meet?
show out there.
Show or something in Florida. However, when he returns to Ohio or wherever he's from, he'll ship the parts along with the window templates. So, in the meantime, things have slowed down a little bit, but not completely. If you look here, these are horns. One on each side that Lou has wired in. And they work. The other probably more significant thing is that the second set of steering arms that Lou picked up were not quite dropped enough, so he went and he got a third set, which is a 3.5-inch drop, and that solves the problem. In fact, it was so low that the rods were moved from underneath to above, but that's fine now. There's plenty of clearance. The wheels are now turned, and when they turn, they'll actually go till this brake fitting stops on that nut. So maybe not all bad. That's kind of enough. We're going to look into maybe finding some sort of a bolt that has a rubber top on it, so it'll be a bumper. But anyway, it should be all right. Oh, let's see. What else? Oh, yeah. Lou's about ready to put the 39 Ford taillights in. You can see he's got the pattern all marked on both fenders to put the lights in. And what we're going to do after we do our pause, we're going to take and we're going to fit the front end back onto the car and see how we are with the radiator clearances, so on and so forth. So with that, I'm going to pause and we'll see you in a little bit. Okay, we're back. We're going to trim this piece here to give us some extra clearance. And the same on the other side. We'll trim this piece. And then the radiator catch can is too high. We're going to have to lower it to get more clearance. And Lou, you want to open it up so I can show the hinge points? Lou?
What?
Open the...
Tilt it?
Yeah, tilt it open. As you can see, we have room here with shims to move it from side to side. So we'll do a final adjustment and placement of shims later on. But for now, I guess what, we're going to lower the radiator thing next?
Yeah, I'd take that.
Catch can and
Yeah, I can just drop it down.
move it down and then cut this that ear off. Okay, so that's where we are. I think that's either a pause or the end of segment 1 of part 17. Be back later on. Bye-bye. All right, everybody, it's December the 3rd. This is the Anglia street rod build by Bob and Lou, and this is part 7. No, this is part 17, section 2. Oh, Anyway, let's play catch up. The first thing is the electric gas pump, which probably had less than an hour of operation, failed. So much for quality control.
Amen to that one.
So Lou had to go get another electric fuel pump, and that has been replaced. Again, quality control sucks. All right, so what's happening is, if you look down there, there's a classic 39 Ford taillight. And there's the left directional. There's the right directional. Step on the brake, or push the brake. There's the brake lights. And as far as the electrical is concerned, we've received the two headlights. Oh my God, I didn't realize that. Actually, there's the front directionals.
Yeah.
They're in and wired, so the only thing left would be the headlights, right?
Yeah. Yeah,
And of course, since we're working with the front end for the radiator clearance, we haven't put the headlights in. We don't want to get them all scratched up. But here, so that's all that's left as far as electrical wiring. So, as you can see, if you look close here, the flanges here have been cut for more clearance on the radiator, and in a little bit we'll see if we can't get the hood back on and check that clearance. And the other thing was that the radiator catch can was interfering with that, and I had mentioned in the last segment that we were going to lower it, but actually it's better it was not lowered, it's kept at the same height so that it's accessible when they want to get at it. So there's a new bracket here that moved it back to clear. And the other thing is, on the clearance issue, when the wheels are turned, this fitting contacts that bolt. What we're going to do is we're going to take and we're going to add small rubber feet by drilling and tapping into the head of this bolt. And then there'll be a rubber bump, a little cushion this to this, which is actually good because it ends up with a positive stop from left to right on the steering. Okay, gotta go check my notes. Oh, that pretty much catches me up. Let's see, so we can. Once again, we're waiting for something. The trunk lid hasn't been sent yet.
Yeah, it's supposed to be shipped, I guess, next week, or this coming week.
Coming week, supposedly we'll get the trunk lid, and then that'll start the body work type stuff. All right, so Lou, you want to try to get the front end on?
Yeah, I guess we can just set it up there, see what's going to hit. If any,
Okay, all right, sounds good.
What I'll just, instead of bolting it in, I'll just set it in here, and I'll set the nose on one of these like I had before.
Oh, I see. You use the pivot.
Yeah, instead of just put that. Now set that on the nose set on there.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, so I'm going to pause at this point. We're going to move the front end piece around and see what happens there. Be back in a flash. Bye. Hi, we're back. We fitted up the front end and ran into a moderate-sized problem in that the radiator interferes with the body at these corners, which was unexpected. So we've been discussing it, and what we're going to do is basically we're going to move the radiator from its current position. We're going to move it back about 1 inch, which will mean that we'll redo the fan and put the fan on the front, because this is a little bit too close here. And we can still reuse the upper hose because there's room to play with this sleeve fitting and this, so that shouldn't be a problem. The bottom hose is going to be too long, and we're going to have to redo the bottom hose when we move the radiator back. The other thing is we're already kind of close to the front panhard bar here. If that becomes a problem, one of the things we can do is take the panhard bar and about here put a bend in it so that this connection will then, instead of going straight across, will drop down. Since it doesn't rotate when it's in use, that's workable. In fact, the Fords in the mid-40s had a panhard bar that actually had a considerable bend where it came off of the frame attachment. Kind of was a down and across. So we might have to do, that's a backup for that. But basically we're going to start by moving the radiator back, get in new position, and then see how we go. A little bit of a setback, but that's what happens when you're building from the ground up, right? Yeah.
No biggie.
Anyway, okay, so that's about it. And I think I'm going to call this one to a close and consider whether I have enough to put part 17 up or wait till the next time we get the radiator moved out. So, thank you all for watching. Appreciate it. Take care, everybody. And coming up to the holidays. That was a fast year.
It sure has been.
Yeah, so anyway, happy holidays to everybody. We'll catch you later. Thank you. Bye. Hello, December the 8th, 2023. This is part 17, segment 3 of the Anglia Street Rod project by Lou and Bob at the Two Old Guys Garage. Where we left off, we had realized that we had a little bit of a setback, no pun intended, that the radiator was interfering with the hood and fender assembly in this area. Now, one of the things we did is that these pieces of fiberglass stuck in very far, and as you can see, we've cut that out to get more room. And we're not fully done yet. We'll trim that till it's flush on both sides, but that helps a lot. But what really made the difference is the radiator is moved back. How much, Lou? About 1.5 inches?
Yeah, 1.5 inches, exactly.
So we've moved the radiator back about 1.5 inches. And there's the bracket stack welded. And what we did this morning is we actually had the front end bolted on, and we put the radiator in to make sure it was going to clear and fit in its current relocated position, and it does. That included, if you can see, a little bit of a tip back on those two plates, not much. So, the top, we're going to have to get a shorter hose to put this back together. We're going to have to get a shorter hose for the bottom, and if you notice, the negative part of moving it back is this puts us even closer to the panhard bar. So we're going to have to do something there. One of the possibilities is to put an angular piece, say a joiner and a coupler with a short hose. That may or may not work. We'll have to look more into that to see what's going to happen. So right now, the front end, when bolted up, will actually clear these points with enough clearance that we shouldn't have any problem with driving it on the street with vibration and so on and so forth. So what's next is, now that we got this located, Lou is going to complete the welds on the brackets to hold it in place. And he's going to start to put it back together. The fan will now have to go in the front and be a pusher instead of a puller. And that's no problem because they're DC motors. All we got to do is reverse these two wires, change the polarity, and then the fan will push through from the front. Let's see, Lou, what else? We got it covered. Right?
Yeah, now the big bad thing is going to have to make a new handlebar, but
Yeah, you can see how thick the piece that we cut out is, and you can see how far it sticks in. Now that is on the stock Anglia. On the stock Anglia front end, that piece is where the latch mechanism goes, which is really not valid. That's this area right here. We're not going to have stock Anglia latches, so this part fits well over. Yeah, let's go somewhere like that. Not needed. No problem. Okay. So, all right, what else, Lou? What's happening on the trunk
oh, he's supposed to be shipping everything.
this Monday?
Yeah, this coming Monday.
Okay.
Yeah, he finally got back to the show yesterday, and then he called me last night and just let me know he's back and back in town there, and he'll be getting organized now.
Okay, I haven't told you, I also found another possible source for window glass in Michigan someplace where they specialize in classic stuff. And
Oh yeah.
yeah, in fact, they actually got pre-cut windows for my 32.5 window already cut and priced out, which I may well do that if I ever get the stupid car out of storage down the lake, which may happen this weekend, if not close. Yeah, let's see, that would be that. Okay, so as we go. I think that's about it. I want to, let's see, that's about 5 minutes on this segment. I think I'm going to go ahead and publish part 17, so we got to clean. And I'll pick it up on part 18 with the completion of the radiator area and the move and stuff. So that should be it. Thank you all for watching and moving along on this sometimes slow part.
Yeah, it's a slow project.
Yeah, and it's the holiday season coming up, so
Oh yeah.
that throws a wrench into car
Yeah,
stuff
it's gonna
too.
get crazy around here.
Okay, so with that, I'm going to end this. Thank you all. Take care. We'll catch you later. Bye-bye.